Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and this is going to be a quick overview on a new knife that I just got. And I say overview because it's not going to be a full-blown review. There are a couple of reviews on this knife out there already, but since it's just a smaller version of the knife that you see here in front of you, pretty much the only thing that changes is the actual specs, so I'm not going to bore you with that. Obviously, this is going to be on the Ontario Rat 2. Rat Model 2. The one you see in front of you is the Rat 1, and the reason that I have this out here is because this is actually one of the first knives that I picked up from watching reviews on YouTube. At the time, I was looking for something for everyday carry, something that was versatile, but I didn't want to spend a lot of money. So obviously, I gravitated to this particular one. Great knife. If you guys have checked it out, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of people have this knife as part of their collections, even after you grow into more expensive knives or better steels and stuff like that. This one always kind of seems to linger around, and by feeling it in your hand, you know why that is. It's very smooth. It opens up really nicely, and for the money, you just can't beat it. So when I saw that the smaller baby brother to this had come out, I definitely wanted to pick it up to see what it's all about, and here it is. This is the Ontario Rat Model 2. Model 1, Model 2. Basically, it's the same exact configuration, obviously just a little bit smaller. As you guys can see, it opens up just as nicely, so I'm going to go ahead and put it right here next to it so you guys can see a size difference on the two. So I knew it was going to be smaller, and a lot of reviewers always say this, you check the specs out and stuff like that, but until you actually have it in your hand, you really cannot appreciate how much smaller this is. I believe I heard somewhere that they said it was 20% smaller. Now, 20% doesn't seem like a lot, but once you have it in your hand, it definitely does feel a lot smaller. Now, it's not too small to where it's not going to be comfortable to use and carry and stuff like that, but it does feel a lot thinner in the hand, so you guys can see there. And basically right here you can see a comparison of how much smaller it is to its big brother there, blade and handle. Here we go, side by side also. Again, this does sport the AUS 8 steel on the blade. Very easy to sharpen. It does come a bit sharp from the factory, which is nice, but it's always good to put in a little bit sharper edge on that. It's not going to hold the edge as long, especially if you're using it a lot of EDC tasks, but it will be pretty easy to sharpen. This is the box that it comes with, just like the Big Brother does. Now, the deployment is via these double thumb studs, and as you guys can see, it's buttery smooth, opens up really nice, and it is very solid lockup. There you go, a little bit closer shot. It does have a lot of oil on it because it is brand new. Then you have your liner lock right here. Now, the cool thing is that a lot of people have gotten into the Spyderco and doing the spider flick, and I figured out that you can pretty much, if you get your thumb in there, or actually your finger in there nice, you can go ahead and do it with this one too. So that was pretty cool. It's obviously, for knife nuts, it's a little bit added bonus. Now, what I did notice is the jimping on the back of the spine right here on the thumb ramp. It's actually a lot more aggressive than it is on the Rat 1. And I guess that's so you can, lock it in, since it is a little bit smaller. Locks in your hand really nice, and, any task that you need to do, you're not going to have the knife coming out of your hand, so that's cool. Now, as always, by way of comparison, I'm going to go ahead and roll in a couple other knives. Now, this particular knife, the Spyderco Tenacious, is one that I would categorize the same as the Rat 1 as far as EDC and as far as really good value for the price. So obviously, I had to bring this one in so you guys can see the size difference between the Tenacious, the Rat 1, and the Rat 2. Alright. There you go. Obviously, it's a little bit smaller. Now, I have a couple other knives here that, maybe you don't have one of these in your collection, but maybe you have one of these so you guys can see the size difference. This is the Kershaw Blur. Very popular knife. A lot of people have them in their collection. Obviously, as you guys can see right there, it is a lot smaller than the Blur. And last but not least, the knife that I would say is the closest as far as size and feel in the hand would probably be this right here. This is the Benchmade Mini Griptilian. Now, I love this particular knife. It's fits really nice in your hand. It's a great EDC blade, and obviously it's going to be a little bit more expensive than the Rat 2. But as far as size and comparison and whatnot, I think this is the one that comes pretty close to that one as far as what I have in my collection that I can show you guys. So you guys can see very, very evenly match these two as far as the size goes. The Rat one, the handle is a little bit longer, and I'll show you the other shots so you guys can see what I'm talking about, but not by much. Here it is, so you guys can see side by side. See, it's a little longer, but the blades are very nice, very, very similar as far as size goes. And again, it's this particular style, the Sheepfoot, the one that I have here, is the one I have for comparison. So maybe some of the other styles might not be, but for the most part, these two are. So again, there you go. That is on the top, the Ontario Rat Model 1, and then its baby brother, the Rat Model 2. Great knives. Now, I know I might get this question, if I have the Rat 1, should I go ahead and pick up the Rat 2? My opinion, if you really love the Rat 1, and sometimes it might feel a little big, or sometimes it's a little obtrusive, I would definitely say go ahead and pick up the Rat 2. If the Rat 1, it's basically does everything that you need and it's your perfect knife, then yeah, don't go ahead and pick up the Rat 2, because like I said, there is going to be a considerable size difference between the two. Let me put them one on top of the other so you guys can see there. That's a little bit better example there. So there you go. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.